He just can't keep me away. Bringing the skid steer back. We got 22 loads of compost. So I'll be spreading this around over all this. A friend of mine's going to come in here, disc it up, run the land plane over it, drag it. If I need to run the ruckus rake over it, I'll do that and get everything seeded. It's going to drill the seed in. So hopefully between adding all this nice organic material to the ground, we can get some grass to grow on this non-fertile rocky red dirt. That is the plan. So we're going to do 50 or 60 feet around the edge over there to kind of stabilize all that. You can see my grass is starting to come up on lot 2. I got some gravel over there for the basement. There's one more section I got to cut out, so I'm going to come back here tomorrow, cut that dirt out. I'll bring the mini, and I got to trench a power line from the well to the boathouse right there for they're going to put a meter on that pole to run there. So tomorrow I'll come here, I'll trench that in, get that done, cut that dirt out. I'm not going to spread this compost to see until I see what that rain's going to do this weekend. But there's 2 loads. I'm going to take that, spread it on the back of the pond dam, because if that gets wet, that's not going to be very easy to get on there with the skid steer. I think some of that's going to be hand raked anyway. So that's the plan. I'm going to get the skid steer unloaded and go load up the mini, and we'll come back tomorrow and get started. I got the mini excavator loaded up and brought here this morning. I'm going to unload it, go ahead and fuel it up, go down there. He's got the power line rolled out. I'm going to go ahead and trench all that in, get that buried and covered up, and then take the skid steer, and hopefully some of that morning dew will dry off with the grass, and spread that compost along the backside of the pond dam. It looks like Jeff got the panel put up yesterday. So the wire is laying on the ground. I've got to dig a ditch from that panel box. We marked it out yesterday, right through here, and go over there to the dock to be able to have power for that. So I'm gonna dig the ditch about 18, 20 inches deep, put the wire in there. It is a direct burial wire, and yeah, get it covered up. A lot of digging to do. Coming along, ended up going about 2 feet deep. Not too bad for 45 minutes worth of digging. But fun fact, Justin and I were talking the other day, and it brought to my attention, we were talking about how all this new equipment and everything is, well, heck, every piece of equipment seems like they always break now. And we were talking about the most reliable machines. And I got to thinking about the Yanmar mini excavators. And when my uncle bought the first one he had in 2008, to this day it is still running everything original except for the tracks and a couple rollers and a new battery, which led me to think that I think these excavators are the only machines that have not left us broke down, not being able to run, some sort of sensor problem. I mean, now I'm sure these newer ones probably have more problems than the older one, but that older Yanmar from 2008 has never once broke down and not started to go to work. I would have to say, out of every piece of equipment that I own, this has probably been the most reliable brand machine out of everything. Cat, Komatsu, John Deere, Volvo, everything. This excavator right here has never let me down. So let's get back to digging. Gloves, need gloves. All right, trench is dug. Now it's time to, I'm gonna go in over here, up here, and start laying the wire into the ditch, get it covered up. So the reason I dug it with the 18-inch bucket is, one, the 12-inch bucket's not at my house, and the track is the same width as the 18-inch bucket. So what I can do is run down here with the angle blade, roll some of that dirt over there into it, and then drive up and down it with the track. It'll actually fit in the ditch there and help pack it down. We're going to come in here after we spread compost. Not doing it this week because there's a lot of rain coming from that storm. Don't want all this to end up into the pond. Plus, I'm going out of town for a week, and yeah, but when I do come back, we're gonna spread all the compost. He's gonna come out here and disc all this up and get it planted. But I wanted to make sure this was in the ground beforehand, because you can see how much of an area is getting tore up. Let's go put some wire in the ditch. Put the wire in the trench. Maybe I should do the trenching for the power company. They said it was gonna take them like a week to run power from his house to right here. I literally did like half the distance in an hour. I know it'd be a little bit deeper than this, but maybe they need better operators. All right, wire is in the ditch. I'm going to leave that exposed. He's going to run conduit from there. This is direct burial wire, so he's going to run conduit from there under into the storage room right there on the boat dock. So yeah, what I'm going to do is just leave that open so he can, you know, cut the wire however long he needs it, then sleeve the conduit over it. Be good to go. All right, I'm going to cover this up. getting it done. This is when the angle blade is very handy. Just rolls that dirt right into the trench. I'll turn around and push the opposite way, that way I don't end up with too much dirt down here on this end. Yeah, about 4 passes that trench will be filled in. Power is in and backfilled. I'm going to jump on the skid steer. I can come down here with the bucket and finish slicking that up 10 times faster. So we'll go ahead and grade that out and then try to spread some compost on the back of the pond dam and see how well that goes. Compost pond dam. 1 dump truck load, 2 dump truck loads. Wish me luck. We'll see how this machine should do pretty good on that slope. We'll find out here. loads of compost spread on the back of the dam. I'm gonna go take the bucket off, put the ruckus rake on it, and run over that and see how nice I can rake that out. back into the basement. I think he's about over the engineer and the surveyors. We got more to dig out. I don't know why. I don't know, but that section right there's got to come out now. So that's actually the driveway between the man cave and the house that connects over there to the garage. And yeah, we were trying just to do the hallway because there's got to be concrete beams that go across to be able to obviously support a vehicle as they drive across. So now we're going to be another 8 feet wider. So I don't know. Anyways, I got to cut that section out straight. So I'm going to come in here with the mini and rake that down, and then scoop it up with the skid steer and take it over there to the pile. I guess I could do it from above. Maybe easier to do it from above. I'll probably come up here and dig some of it from up there, throw it over there, that way I don't have to tear up so much down here. He got his former drain stuff. It's scattered out everywhere, all in the way. Just have to move this out of the way, I guess. All right, let me go get the mini and start digging some of that dirt out. You wouldn't think so much dirt would end up out of a little 8-foot wide cut. Big pile, bigger pile up there, still not all the way through, but I'm gonna go ahead and move some of this stuff out of the way before it adds up too much. That way I can see my grade. Carry it on across right there and then go ahead and move that pile. So lots of scoops. that's going to be a wrap for today. I don't want to spread any compost with the rain coming, but I was able to get this cut out. It felt like it was 2 dump truck loads worth of dirt. Added it to the pile over there, but it's wide enough now, hopefully. So that ought to work. And they got to come back and repin some stuff. Hopefully nothing else changes. I don't know what the deal is with that. But we got some gravel right there. Once they come back, repin any of the changes, all he's got to do is come in here and scrape out this little bit of dirt that's fallen down during the rains, lay out where the footings go. 2 inches of that number 4 stone goes in those forms, and then they pour the footing where that's 2 inches goes under it, that sits on top of it, and then they pour the footings, and we come in here and we put about 10 inches of gravel in the bottom, and then the concrete floor gets put over top of that. So lots of gravel.